the last time you guys were here, and I don't know if I remembered or not.
Oh, sure you do.
Here you go.
I
We'll
do.
help you.
You're good. This is Al Woodward. We were having a little story. We were talking about some of the old Alaskan, what do you call this? Tales. And Al remembers one of his old buddies, a fellow by the name of Sam McGee. And what was it you were telling us about Sam, Al?
Well, this goes back. Okay. There's strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails, they have their secret tales that make your blood run cold. And the northern lights, they have seen queer sights. But the queerest they ever did see was at night on the marge by Lake Labarge when I cremated old Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee, you see, he was from Tennessee where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home down in the south to roam round the pole, that's the North Pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, and oft he'd say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. Well, it was on a Christmas day. We were mushing our way across the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the parka's fold, it stabbed like a driven nail. And if our eyes would close, the lashes froze, till sometimes we couldn't even see. Oh, it wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night, as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, and the dogs were fed, and the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe, he turned to me, and Al, says he, I'll cash in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking you that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he looked so low that I couldn't say no. Then he said with sort of a moan, it's a cursed cold, and it's got right hold, till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet it ain't so much the cold as it is the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear, foul or fair, that you'll cremate my last remains. Well, a pal's last need is a thing to heed, and I swore I would not fail. So we started on at the streak of dawn. Oh God, but he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on a sleigh and he raved all day. It was home down in Tennessee, and before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. Well, there wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried horror-driven with a corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. He was crouched on a sleigh and he raved all day in his home down in Tennessee. Before nightfall, the corpse was all that was left to Sam McGee, and that's a reiteration. Well, a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. And in the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I cursed that load. And in a long, long night, by the lone firelight, the huskies round in a ring howled out their woes to the homeless snows. God, how I loathed the thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavier and heavier grow. But on I went, though the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And oft I'd sing to the hateful thing, and it hearkened back with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake Labarge, and there a derelict lay. It was jammed in the ice, and I saw in a trice, it was called the old Alice May. I looked at it, and I thought a bit, and I looked at my frozen chum, and here, said I, with a sudden cry, my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found lying round, and I heaped the fuel higher. The furnace just roared. Such a blaze you seldom see. Then I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in old Sam McGee. Then I took a hike, for I did not like to hear him sizzle so. The heavens scowled and huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke went streaking down the sky. And the greasy smoke went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with fear, but the stars, they come out and danced about. Ere again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take one peep inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I looked. And the door opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm, in the heart of the furnace roar. He wore a smile you could see a mile. And he said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear that you'll live in the cold and the storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. Yes, there are strange things done in the midnight sun to the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails, they have their secret tales that make your blood run cold. And the northern lights, they have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was at night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated old Sam McGee.